Hey everyone, I hope you are all doing fantastic. You know what we're doing today, top 10 tobacco fragrances. And man, if you can't tell, I'm super stoked, very excited to give you guys this one. I've been talking about this for such a long time, and I cannot wait to show you this list of tobacco fragrances. You guys know I love the note of tobacco. It is most definitely one of my probably top 3 favorite notes in fragrances. Absolutely love the note of tobacco. And I wanted to give you and compile a list of fragrances. Now, you guys know, I hope you know, my fragrance collection, I have way more than 10 fragrances. But when I was putting this list together, I said I have to give folks recommendations of fragrances that have a lot of that tobacco note, because it could have been really easy, you know, to just grab 10 fragrances that contain the note of tobacco and just said, hey, here's my list. But no. I wanted to do 2 things to really, this was really, really tough. And I don't think I could really convey that message unless you're really here with me to see how tough this truly was to do. So I have a list of 10 right here. Not only did I grab 10 tobacco-focused fragrances, but I also ranked them. Stay tuned. You guys are going to love this, man. Stay right there. The list comes up next, baby. Oh man, welcome back guys. Appreciate you for hanging in here. So if you're new here, my name is Dave. This is Cali's Groom Room. Right here, we talk about all things men's grooming and fragrance related. So if that sounds like something that is of interest to you, which I don't know why it wouldn't be of interest to you. After all, you clicked on the video in the first place, but do me a solid. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Without further ado, let's hop into this list, okay? Number 10 is from an indie niche brand. This brand is called For the Scent of It. This one right here called Tobacco Pod. What a fantastic fragrance right here, coming in at the 10th spot. Tobacco Pod, I'm going to give you a brief summary because I am going to do a full review of this in the coming weeks. You know, probably a few weeks from now. But anyway, Tobacco Pod opens up with this amazing combination of cloves. You definitely have spices in here. It's fantastic. The tobacco reminds me of a fresh pipe tobacco. That's what it reminds me of. It is just simply amazing. You could dress this one up, you know, suit and tie. You could wear it casually, whatever you want. This is a very versatile tobacco-based fragrance. It does remind me of something else, which I'm going to briefly touch on when that other fragrance comes. But guys, indie niche house, small independent brand, small independent brand, very affordable. $60 going to get you this right here, 30 milliliter bottle. This stuff is amazing. Like I said, if you guys like cloves, you love your warm spices, you love that tobacco, that note of tobacco, especially fresh pipe tobacco, you are going to simply love this stuff. Amazing fragrance, great longevity too. Not that this is a performance-based type of, you know, list video, but I definitely wanted to mention and touch on that briefly. For the Scent of It, Tobacco Pod. Fantastic one, number 10. This next fragrance coming at the 9th spot is no stranger to this channel. This one we're talking about is by the brand 1821 Manmade, and this is Sweet Tobacco Spirits. What an incredible, another affordable fragrance. So this one to me is all about the honey tobacco experience. You definitely have oak barrels in here. And this oak barrel accord, the way that it's utilized in this formulation to me, the way that it comes off to me, is lightly smoky, right? So it's lightly smoky with that, you know, that oak barrel there. You definitely have this powdery sort of vanilla. Oh man, it's so good. It's very, very good. Again, another affordable option. When I'm talking affordable, I do mean under $100. You know, like I said, affordable. Longevity is fantastic here. This stuff is just so good. If you guys are looking for another, you know, versatile fragrance, look no further. 1821 Manmade, the Sweet Tobacco Spirits. Great, versatile tobacco fragrance. Now, I will say, this one here does have like a mature vibe. Okay, so definitely wanted to point that out. That is something worth noting here, but still a great one. And if you haven't tried this, I definitely suggest getting your noses on this one. It's definitely worth sampling and trying for yourself to see if you like it. I happen to love this stuff, as you could see. Happen to love this stuff. But yeah, guys, fantastic option here. 9th spot, 1821 Man-Made Sweet Tobacco Spirits. Fantastic one. Check it out. One thing I forgot to mention about sweet tobacco spirits is it does have a boozy honey. You know, I've mentioned that before. Anyway, let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is a fragrance that I said 2 months ago, and I was, I'm coming around to it. I can admit I'm coming around to it. I'm actually beginning to really like this one, actually. I quite like it a lot, to be honest. Red tobacco, man. Mancera. So once you figure out, if it's too harsh for you, I get it. But once you figure out how to wear this, man, what an experience this is. So it's not just about the tobacco here. You have loads of cinnamon. You have this ashy tobacco as well. You have oud in here. The oud is very smoky also, adding to that smoky, ashy quality of the tobacco here. It can be a little harsh, especially on that opening. And this is one you have to go easy on the trigger. You have to go easy on the trigger. For me, I do, normally I do 4 sprays, but I'll tell you what the routine looks like. Spray 1 on the back of my neck, 1 on my bare chest, and on my, the creases right here in my arm. 1, I just went through puberty for you guys live on camera. 1 on each of the creases on the inside of my arms, bare skin, and that's it, I'm done. That lasts all day and then some. Honestly, when I'm in the shower the next day, right before my skin touches the water, as soon as that, the steam from the shower hits my skin, you could smell the fragrance start to come back out. That's how powerful and potent this stuff could be. This is one, you're definitely going to have to sample this. It's not for everyone. I get it. It took me almost a year to get familiar with the fragrance and figure out just how to wear it and what its personality was like. And once I figured it out, this thing, it's just not overrated anymore. So number 8, Mancera's Red Tobacco. Number 7, I probably should have mentioned that this was ranked in order by smell. But anyway, number 7, I love this fragrance. You guys know I love this fragrance. I do have a full review on it. Oud Tabac from Amouroud. My God. So we're going in a theme of this ashy tobacco, but I could tell you, this is very different than Mancera's Red Tobacco. Very different. Nothing at all reminds me of red tobacco within this fragrance here. So what's this all about? It's, again, that ashy tobacco. Now, you do have an interesting note of ginger, this spicy ginger up top. I feel like it does carry through the life of the fragrance. You also have other spices in here. Comes off a little bit peppery, pepper spice. You have this oud here, this realistic oud. It has a tiny bit of an animalic tinge, and I say that because I want to emphasize that it's ever so slightly animalic to the point where you may not even notice it. Nothing off-putting in here, simply fantastic, luxurious stuff right here. This is one you can wear to the office. This is like boss CEO type of sense, so you definitely can wear this one to the office. I do want to caution you though, this is powerful, potent stuff. Now, where the similarity does compare to red tobacco is its performance. This one is a beast. It's a monster. There's no mistaking it. This is a very loud fragrance in both projection and longevity, so you have to control the trigger. But man, what a sophisticated, gentleman-like kind of vibe that you're giving off when you wear this fragrance. Just simply fantastic, very wonderful. I love how they blended this fragrance. To me, it's pure perfection. I am going to be doing a comparison video because this does remind me of a discontinued Tom Ford gem, but you're going to have to stay tuned and wait for that video, which will be out later this week. But nevertheless, guys, coming in at what? 10, 9, 8, 7. Coming in at number 7, Oud Tabac from Amouroud. You see the smile on my face? You know what's coming. Triumph of Bacchus from Argos, number 6 spot. What the hell can I say about this fragrance I haven't said before? What a fantastic tobacco fragrance this is. What I love about this is the meticulous way this was blended. I mean, you have tobacco here, but then, that opening of that fruity peach that carries on throughout the life of the whole fragrance. You have this rum absolute in the heart of the fragrance in combination with that dry tobacco. And what kind of helps and stabilizes this and makes this so interesting is those supporting notes around the tobacco. What an experience this creates, not only for, us as the wearer of the fragrance, but also people that are going to be coming in around us and getting a whiff of that scent cloud. This is so intriguing. It's such a seductive take on tobacco, but yet at the same time where it can be seductive, depending on what you're wearing, depending on what you're doing, it's also very sophisticated. Sophisticated, again, in the situation, in the way that you are dressed. You put a suit and you put a tie on, man, you are not only going to draw attention, you're going to give off that vibe like, whoa, this guy means business. He takes himself serious. He might be a partier on the weekend, but he's taking himself serious right now. Guys, Triumph of Bacchus, man. I love this stuff. Definitely worth sampling. Oh, yeah. When you have the opportunity, guys, get your freaking noses on this one. Just absolutely incredible, intoxicating stuff here. Number 6, Triumph of Bacchus by Argos. Number 5. You know, I just added this one, 2 months ago, I think it was. I've already done a full review on this fragrance. I absolutely love it. From the house of Daniel Josier. This one is called Ambre Tabac. What a fantastic freaking fragrance this is. Oh my God, it's so intoxicating. I want to spray this one in the air, baby. Spray it in the air. Get that experience going. This is that honey tobacco. You have your bergamot in here that acts like apple. You have cinnamon in here, so you kind of have this apple pie thing going on. This is also going to be featured in that video, you know, with discontinued fragrances, because this reminds me of something that's recently been discontinued. But man, what a fantastic, again, it's that, you know, damp tobacco style. That's what you experience in here. Simply fantastic. Everybody that does not own this absolutely has to get their nose on it in one way or another. This one is just so worthy of smelling. It's very addictive. It's intoxicating. You can dress this one up. You can dress it down. Again, another one that has fantastic projection, fantastic longevity, guys. This is just amazing. I'll tell you, little secret, when you dress this one up, even if it's like a date night, I'm talking like you just want to put a button down and wear a pair of jeans. That's actually what I'm wearing today. You can only see like part of me, you know what I mean? But I am wearing jeans, I promise you that. But this would even be a killer outfit to wear on a date. Put this fragrance on, and I'm telling you right now, you will definitely create a scent memory. This stuff is that good. And it is, just like I said in that video when I did the full review on this, it is a very crowd-pleasing tobacco fragrance. It truly, truly is, guys. If you haven't checked out Daniel Josier's Ambre Tabac, do your nose a favor and get yourself a sample. I'm telling you, yes, this is a must-try. Matter of fact, these are all must-tries, but right now, you must try this. Daniel Josier, Ambre Tabac, number 5. All right, guys, we're down to the top 4, right? Coming in at the 4th spot, as a smell, as a scent, this is the best scent that this fragrance house has released to date. That is my opinion. I want to call it a fact. I really do, but I'm trying not to be that guy. You know what I mean? But honestly, guys, to me, this is the best scent that this house has to offer. This, of course, coming from the house of Zaharoff, this is Tabac. Yeah, we know. Beautiful label that kind of, you know, is familiar with the cigars also that George launched. I love that opening, man. You get that beautiful tobacco. It's like a Maduro cigar infused with this chocolate. I get chocolate right out of the gate. What a gentleman tobacco, sophisticated scent this is, man. The magic here happens in the scent trail, because I'll be honest with you guys, this isn't a screamer. It's not a projection monster, but it has great longevity. When you walk up to somebody and they catch a whiff of that scent cloud coming this way, oh my God, man. When they smell you, they're like, what is that? Because, yeah, okay, so there's other, you know, sweet type of tobacco fragrances out there. However, this one, in my opinion, is definitely unique. This may remind you of things, but remind and smells exactly like are two different things. I can almost guarantee you that this may remind you of some things, but I promise you, it does not smell exactly like anything that you have in your collection. Zaharoff Tabac is just incredible. I feel like this is, now I definitely want to say that I don't experience a lot of the boozy nuances that this has within the composition. I experience more of the sweetness, the tobacco, and that chocolatey, you know, kind of opening. Oh, and the blonde woods. The blonde woods act to me like like walking into a humidor, and you smell, you know, all the different types of fresh tobacco. That's the vibe that those blonde woods give off. Guys, this stuff is just simply, it's amazing. It really is. Another one. You have to sample this. I can't wait. You know, when I did that live stream with Ross, when he had invited me onto his live stream, which thank you for that, Ross, if you're watching this, he said that These are coming out in 4-ounce bottles. I bought this one and I cannot wait. I'm definitely buying a 4-ounce bottle because I know with that dent that I put in there in just about a month, I know that I'm just going to rush through this stuff. I'm not going to have any more of it left. I have been loving this fragrance. It is that good, guys. And yes, like I said, I think 3 times, this is another one. Put on the must sample list. Get yourself a sample. You owe it to your nose to try it. Definitely check out Zaharoff Tabac. You can't do a tobacco list and not include this tobacco fragrance. It's arguably one of the most iconic tobacco fragrances of all time. Yes, guys, number 3, I'm talking about Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. Stunner. Stunner. Just simply amazing. What does this fragrance remind me of? I actually should say this fragrance reminds me of this. So yeah, Tobacco Pod does draw similarities, but they are different. They are different. I'm gonna get to all of that in the review. You're just gonna have to be patient, wait for it. But Tobacco Vanille. So what do I get off of this? I get the spices, of course. Oh, man, is this beautiful. Oh, love this smell so much. I do. I love the smell of this. This is simply amazing. But anyway, you definitely have your spices in here. You have this cherry liqueur. I mean, it is faint, but it's definitely there. And I'm noticing that note on my skin hours into the wear. I'm talking like 6-7 hours later. I keep experiencing this cherry liqueur, but it is light. You know, to the point where you're like, you almost don't know if you're catching it, and then you're like, that has a distinct smell. I know that's what it is. And it's very familiar, although not as syrupy and gooey, but as that cherry liqueur that this house used. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words, guys. That this house used in Lost Cherry. Now, again, not the syrupy sweetness. If you strip that away and you focus, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you were able to do a side-by-side comparison. Vanilla adds this nice, creamy, sweet touch in the base of the fragrance. This stuff is just absolutely gorgeous. This is, you know, it's another one of those fragrances that's been around for so long that it deserves the title of masterpiece. This is stunning. I'm not afraid to use that word when it comes to this fragrance. It's been around a long time and it is iconic. And in my opinion, that's what we should be using that term for, masterpiece. That should be used for iconic fragrances, but you know, to each their own, whatever. But in my opinion, this definitely is a masterpiece. I mean, shoot, when you think tobacco, the first thing that you're probably thinking when you approach that counter or you order a sample of something is it going to remind me of Tobacco Vanille, even if you've never smelled it before? Because that's the way we've been programmed, that every tobacco fragrance needs to be compared to this. It's like the freaking Aventus of the tobacco genre, except this one is much better, you know, much more well-received, we'll go with. Tobacco Vanille, guys. I absolutely love this stuff. Great fragrance from the house of Tom Ford. When it comes to number 2 and number 1, this was such a tough decision to make because these are 2 fragrances, honestly, that I've created so many memories with. Like I'm talking memories that I'll never forget. So this was very tough. But I had to stay true to the video and true to myself and think about not only which fragrance means much more to me, but also which scent do I hold the better memories with, you know, or 2, if you will, whatever. That's why this fragrance here landed at number 2, but I love it. I love it. This is Herod by Parfums de Marly. God, what a fantastic fragrance. Your tobacco here, again, is it a little smoky? Sure. Is the smoke coming from the tobacco? It's hard to say because you do have some spices here. You do have nice aromatic spices. You do have some incense here as well. Now, you also have this gorgeous creamy note of vanilla in here. Simply just fantastic. You have the tobacco. It's not leafy. It's not overly dry. It's kind of right in the middle. It goes toward the dry side, but it still has just a little bit of dampness, a little bit of that earth-like quality that tobacco can have in fragrances. But this is almost like a gourmand tobacco, if there's even such a thing. But that's due to that vanilla, you know? Oh, man, I love this stuff. I know a lot of people gripe about performance. Personally, I think a lot of people go anosmic. For me personally, I know when fragrances, because this almost has like that where it kind of tingles the nostrils type of spice to it. And that's sort of a thing for me, at least. I can go anosmic too. So I wonder if a lot of people are going anosmic to this fragrance, because when I go up to my skin 8-9 hours into the wear of this fragrance, I'm still smelling it. Again, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say like, oh my God, I get this close and it's right. No, but I'm talking like you get right there and you're like, whoa, it's still there and it's quite strong, you know? So performance, I have no issues with. I must admit, I think that my system, my olfactive system has gotten used to the smell of this, you know, to the point where I do have to, like, is it still on me? And I wonder if a lot of you out there are experiencing that as well. Lovely freaking fragrance right here. A fragrance that I just can't be without in my collection. I could never be without a bottle of Herod. I love Herod. One of my favorites, one of my very favorite tobaccos, as you guys could see. And yeah, just love the stuff. Can't say enough great things about it. Very sexual, seductive type of, you know, tobacco fragrance. Because like I said, it has those gourmand touches in here, right? But again, you wear this to the office, you dress it up, you give off a whole nother vibe. Now you're talking sophisticated. When you dress this one up, that is when the fragrance really shines. Suit, tie, dressed up, going out, you know, you're looking a little bit, you know, on the flashy side. You're kind of flexing a little bit. You know, you have a really nice outfit on. You want to impress someone that you're very attracted to. This one just gives off the more serious vibe. I love this fragrance. I really do. Obviously, right? Number 2, Parfums de Marly, Herod. Another one that's great for this time of year, too. Check it out if you haven't. If you haven't checked this one out, what in the hell is wrong with you? Check it out. Herod, number 2. I'm done talking about it now. I promise. Before we talk about number 1, I just want to know, have you guys tried Herod from Parfums de Marly? You know, you guys know me. I had to do it. Come on. I just had to do it. I had to be a wise guy. You know, anyway, let's get serious for a minute. So number 1, I have tons of memories with this one. Mainly, you know, around Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. This has been, for the past 4 years, my signature scent for both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And yeah, I love this fragrance. This, of course, is from the house of Xerjoff. My favorite Xerjoff ever. My favorite fragrance ever. My favorite tobacco fragrance ever. Naxos by Xerjoff. Yeah, guys, this is my favorite fragrance of all time. Oh, my God, I love this stuff. You have lemon. I believe there's also bergamot in here. Lavender is big here. Honey is very big here. You have this tobacco. You see, it's kind of hard to pinpoint the style of tobacco they're using here because it comes off damp. You know, it comes off like a damp, semi-earthy, but it almost comes off floral. And I think that's because of the lavender being amped up so high in this fragrance that it kind of, you know, pushes over onto the tobacco saying, yo, you're going to smell a little floral, you know? But that's kind of the vibe I experience here. But man, you know what? You know what? I'm going to wear it. Oh, guys, this stuff is just lovely. And I always say, you know, it's a simplistic note breakdown that this fragrance has. But I always say, like, I catch these different nuances. Not every time, but oftentimes when I wear this. You know, I wear this, of course, I'm going to experience the brightness up top. But sometimes that lemon is a little bit more pronounced than other times. And sometimes I even get like a wine sort of a vibe, you know? It's amazing what certain fragrances can just trigger certain things, you know, your olfactive system and things like that. Naxos at number 1. I just told you every reason why. The memories associated with this fragrance. It is my favorite fragrance in the world. Nothing will ever top this. It's unfortunate that every fragrance I get, you know, gets compared to Naxos in some sort of a way, even if it's not a tobacco fragrance. But that just goes to show how much I truly, genuinely love and adore this stuff. But yeah, guys, Naxos, if you have not tried Naxos from Xerjoff, you must try this fragrance. You have to try it. Go on Xerjoff Universe website, okay? Go to their website, order a 5-pack of samples, get this, choose any other 4 that you want. Definitely have to try this. You have to get your nose on this. If you're not a tobacco fan, get your nose on this anyway. Because, like I said, the tobacco is here, but there's other things going around. This is completely unisex. This could be worn by both men and women. man or woman, sorry. But yeah, guys, you have to try this. You have to try this. It's oh so good. One you definitely need to try. I'm not affiliated with Xerjoff whatsoever. I've done so much business with them, though, that I just know their website by heart. That's all it is. But guys, Naxos by Xerjoff, phenomenal. Phenomenal masterpiece. If I can give it a rating, I would rate this an 11 out of 10. Okay? That's how much I love it. All right, guys. So that concludes the tobacco list for today. I really, really want to thank you all for stopping by, for checking this list out, for checking this video out, for all your support. It's been amazing. One last time, if you forgot, it's okay, I get it. But before you leave, do me a quick favor. If you haven't, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell right before you click out of this video. Okay, guys? Listen, I'm going to see you soon, all right? So, till I see you again, please love each other, take care, and respect one another. Life is far too short, so that's what we need. We need a lot more love, a lot more care, and respect for one another, and that's my message always and forever will be. I love you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode today. I'll see you very soon, guys. I'm out. Take care. Later. Peace.